Here's something a little bit different. It's a running session from Sorts 6233. And I've actually got 3 locomotives running on my test track at the same time. So let's have a wee look and see what we've got. I'm going to zoom in on the suspended railway. As you can see, it's a little shunter with some good wagons, and this is on a shuttle circuit. In a few seconds that should move to the right, and it is controlled by a Merg shuttle kit. And it comes up to the end, stops there, there's a dyed feed at the brake in the track, and eventually that'll change direction. And that's controlled by this little shuttle unit here, which is just switches the polarity onto the rails. It's fed by a speed controller, so I can adjust how fast it goes between points, and that is fed in turn from a little 12 volt exchanger from AC to DC. Quite simple. Soon I'm hoping to get the circuit ready. That's going to automatically change the points so that I can get 2 locomotives running from one bay on the back, and then the next time this bay at the front. Also on the track I've got a couple of other locomotives. This here is a Bachmann. I think it's a Dash 8, and I just recently repaired this. And the interesting thing about this, apart from the fault, which was shorting, the motor was shortened to the chassis, is that it has Microtrains coupler fitted instead of the Rapido couplers. And what's even more interesting is that they've been body mounted. So someone has taken a little drill, tapped a hole, and fitted the Microtrain couplers up front and rear. I'm not sure if they've forgotten the springs or the springs have popped out, but you have to be careful coupling and uncoupling. And that's allowed me to run a couple of wagons which also have these knuckle couplers, or Microtrains couplers, or sometimes called KDs. The yellow one, I actually fitted a new Microtrains coupler to it, and hopefully that'll be out in a video soon. So that's a little a consist there of American locomotive and freight wagons. And just here I'll pick up another Bachmann. It's of course the Deltic Class 55, which came in actually with faulty couplers. I think it had been dropped. The locomotive runs really well, beautifully smooth, very quiet, but the couplers fitted into pockets at the front and the pockets had broken. Very hard to find as spare parts, so I was despairing how to fix it. And then I was working on a DAPO, and I noticed that the coupler pockets were very similar, so I've managed to modify the pockets and fitted the couplers to the front and to the rear. The only problem is that one of them doesn't spring load, so you have to manually make sure it's locked. But I've been running this loco for a couple of days, and as you can see behind it, a rake of 4 Grizzly teak coaches. 3 of them are Grafar, I can't remember what the other one is. And it's been running quite happily. I've had it running in both directions with both couplers doing the work. Right, let's just have a last look. Just a nice short layout running session, remembering that every one of these locomotives I've had working from a non-working stage, and just if I zoom in you might see some others I've been working on. There's a Lima electric, I think it's a Class 88, 89, something like that, which I got with my 9 locos way back up a year ago. Moving over, a Minitrix DB215, I think it is. Actually, there wasn't much wrong with that one. Next to that, the Lone Star, the Baby Deltic, class 23, and that needed belts, it needed motor needed lubrication. And just hiding in here is another Lima, I think it's a class 33. Again, one I've repaired, and I'm just sort of, I keep it here, keep running and test, and that's a little shunter I use in my station yard. Right, people, thank you very much for that. Not, I'm just showing this, I was just looking at it and thought, just think I'll put the camera on and that'll be it. So, hope you like it. If you like more N-Gage servicing, try and subscribe, and give me a nice comment. A couple of likes would be nice, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.